Viral ads out Republicans as the creepy weirdos they are. I'm Jim Drastic.
I'm Tiffany Drastic.
I'm Nick Knudsen.
And today on The Dangerous Ones, Republicans have officially gone full creeper. Trump's VA just proposed a new rule that would eliminate nearly all abortion services and related counseling for veterans and their dependents, including cases of rape and incest.
Disgusting.
For our veterans, these guys want to crawl into our bedrooms, our doctor's offices, and probably our damn Netflix queues. But our guest today is fighting back with viral political ads that expose the crazy Christo-fascists for what they are. Creepy weirdos that want to make our most personal decisions for us. Joe Jacobson is the founder and CEO of Progress Action Fund, the political action committee that makes these ads. These spots are bold, dramatic, and effective, and they don't play it safe like most ad makers on the left. Ladies and gentlemen, it is our pleasure to welcome to The Dangerous Ones founder and CEO of Progress Action Fund, Joe Jacobson. Joe, welcome.
Appreciate you. Thanks for having me.
You bet, Joe. We've had we featured a couple of Progress Action Fund's videos on our show, and every time we do, we get a huge response.
Oh my God, people call all the time. We just got a bunch of calls on the hotline.
The hotline, yeah, and also if you want to call 503-212-4600, let us know what you think. But each one of your ads always features the creepy Republican congressman.
Which I love, by the way.
We love the congressman. Oh, man.
So creepy.
Oh, my God.
I love to hate, I should say.
And I feel sorry for that actor, too, man. But he's probably the coolest guy in real life, Is he like a good guy?
He is a great guy. He said he's played, pedophiles, businessmen, and Republican congressmen. And Republican congressman is the worst of them all.
So he's a comedian, too. Or a truth teller.
No, he's good. It's like a Venn diagram, and Republican congressman fits all of them perfect.
That's a great description.
And so talk a little bit about why you decided to use him as the centerpiece, use that character as the centerpiece of your ads.
Well, it's brand identity for one. He's our Jake from State Farm, except where you don't want him to be. I think in the private sector, you have all these characters like Flo or the Gecko or, Ronald McDonald. He's basically Ronald McDonald. And he's in every ad because people remember him. I wouldn't be on if, we had this recurring, or no recurring stuff going on at all. I think most political ads are just scary voiceover, bad things are going to happen. But the good thing about Steve, our actor, is that he shows you what's going to happen. We're not just telling you something bad is going to happen. Our character is showing you, whether he's, deporting your girlfriend or taking away your birth control. He's literally showing you what Republicans want to do. And that's why it's powerful. And that's why he's so good.
And Joe, I know your ads target a younger male demographic, and we know that the Democrats are losing young men. Why have you chosen to target your ads at that demographic, and what's your strategy?
We've definitely lost this demographic for sure. They voted for Trump by 30 more points than they did in 2020 from 2024. So we absolutely have to win them back. And the reason we're focused on it is because Kyle Richards and myself, Kyle's my deputy, we're both 31. So we have a unique understanding of how to win over the demo. And we think that the Democratic Party definitely has an age issue. So, the more we can do to uplift voices from every community, it's critical that we uplift voices from Black communities to win over Black voters, Latino voices to win over Latino voices. And similarly, we want to be right on the forefront trying to win back young men since we are of the demo. And it's just so important we do so because, for example, in Michigan, the number of voters who flipped that were young men to Trump was greater than the overall total of voters who actually allowed Trump to win the election.
Wow.
So we win back these voters, and then we could easily win the elections coming up here.
And that's one of the things I appreciate about the ads is, having since learned about them, is that you guys specifically target with them and you test with them. Right? You test to make sure that they are working. A lot of people just make ads and throw them out and go I don't know.
That's what we did.
You know what I mean? Yeah, that's what 11 films did. We did it. Yeah, we are right. But the other thing is you get such a gut punch when you watch them. Yep. As
Every
a filmmaker,
time.
I watch these ads and what I love about them is they're cinematic. They look fantastic. And I swear to God, you cannot watch one of these ads and not come away with a fucking reaction.
Yeah, you guys do not fuck around.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate that.
Yeah, and we've been getting a lot of calls.
Yeah,
that's
we
right.
did.
You know.
We have a couple of people called, women called that are abuse survivors, and it really just hit everybody in the chest. Really a gut punch in a good way. And we'll play those.
Yeah, we'll play those ads. We'll play those calls. But
Yeah.
and you've made a good ad if you're getting reaction. But,
So I mean, but this is a lot of setup. Let's show our audience a couple of your ads. So this first one is called "Republicans Watching Your Daughter," and this is one of those gut punch.
Yeah.
It's a very dramatic ad.
Yeah, and also before we get to that, really quick, we want to ask folks, what topics would you like to see Progress Action Fund cover? Let us know right now in the comments. You can also email us at shout@thedangerousones.com or give us a call at 503-212-4600. What would you like to see them cover? And we'll forward that on to Joe. But first, here's Republicans Watching Your Daughter.
I can't believe this. My daughter was raped. And you're not going to do anything?
I'm sorry. They'll put us all in prison if we do the procedure.
He's right. I'm your Republican congressman. We've banned abortion. No exceptions.
She's just 12 years old. I'm not letting you destroy her life.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. I'm just going to watch your daughter and make sure she doesn't do anything illegal.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Every time I see that one, I'm like, oh, man.
Creepy, dude. Every time.
Talk a little bit about making that ad and the turnaround with it.
Yeah, what we like to do is we like to shoot 2 ads in one day. We try to make the best use of everybody's money. We have a set we use. And the other ad we shot on that day was where the Republican congressman tells an old man that, he can't have Medicare and he's going to die. But don't worry, we're still covering Viagra and I still need a refill. So we like to be efficient with our medications and with our ads. And what's really exciting is, the Washington Post in our testing highlighted that this was one of the most effective ads of the 2023 elections. We launched it to win the Ohio ballot measure to protect reproductive rights and to win a Supreme Court race in Pennsylvania. And it just goes to show that when you show people what's going on, it's powerful. If we just said that Republicans were trying to take away your right to choose, that doesn't resonate as much as seeing a little girl on screen who is a survivor of sexual assault crying in a bed while her dad is pleading with her. Like, that's just tearful. And one of our listeners actually said, that looks exactly like my daughter's best friend. So very relatable for people because everybody knows somebody in their community who's, 10, 11 years old. If it's, your daughter's friend or somebody on the, the softball team, we want everybody to be safe, and that's why these ads are powerful.
And really quick, and also that Republican kidnappers one we featured on the show, that got a huge response. And it's so, with what's going on these days, that just hits you right at home right there when they're just dragging that woman off,
And I can imagine from a your target demo perspective, this one of the girl in the hospital bed. Yeah, as a young man in the 18 to 30 age bracket, maybe they don't have a kid yet, but they can put themselves in the shoes of the dad because maybe they're thinking about that step of their life in the future, and they also can look at the little girl and think, oh, little sister, little cousin, that kind of thing. So it can hit from a couple different angles.
Yeah,
you're 100% right on the money because we try to make it personal for people. Like with the the girl who's Latina who gets kidnapped. It's just such a sympathetic character because especially for men 18 to 30, a lot of them are single and living in their mom's basement. So when they get a girlfriend, if she's she might get kidnapped by the government. So it's literally fucking happening in our country right now, and just showing people and trying to make it relatable. I think the Abrego Garcia issue is really interesting. And important to highlight, but for your average young man, what's more likely to get sympathy, that guy or a beautiful Latina who is being your girlfriend? It's just, we try to make it as real for you and as personally appealing because shit, say what you want, but we do casting for a reason.
Yeah.
What I love most about your ads is it really just highlights how bizarre everything has become.
God, right?
And how normalized it all is until you see one of your ads and then you're like, this is fucked up.
Yeah. The one really quick, the one where, oh my God, The blowjob, where he's like
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
like I was like, oh, we've reached a new level now, have we?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
you know,
I think the interesting thing is that our ads are similar to South Park, except they're not cartoons. Like if you saw that with South Park,
Right.
you'd be like, oh, I mean, like Mr. Garrison, like had a sex change, then like had a reverse sex change, and then became Donald Trump for president. And
Right.
like
Right.
it's pretty commonplace stuff for South Park. But I think people are like outraged with that contact left and right because we're actually like visually showing it. So all this stuff is happening in our society. People are getting kidnapped. Republicans are serving their sugar daddies. And little girls are not allowed to have control of their bodies.
Yeah.
But because we're showing it, we get the reaction. There's something visceral about seeing it with your two eyes that's actually human beings rather than hearing it or a cartoon.
And let's show another one.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
While we're at it here. So this next one is called Republicans in Your Bedroom Part 2. There's a Republicans in Your Bedroom Part 1 also. And please go to the PAF YouTube site, which we will include in the descriptions, and go check out all their ads. But this is Republicans in Your Bedroom Part 2. This is funnier. I laughed out loud.
yeah. Can you set this one up a little bit, Joe? What was this about?
Absolutely. So, for young men, we're trying to win them over in 2024. And this ad actually moved the needle about 3 to 4 points for young men in battleground swing states. And the reason being is if you're a young man and you're not ready for kids, you don't want the government telling you when you should have a family. That's pretty Orwellian, so much for states' rights because you're having the Republican Party try to, ban abortion and ban birth control. If you believe that life starts at conception, then any form of birth control is out the window.
Yeah.
But it's interesting. Republicans and all these MAGA people, they're pro-life except when it happens to them. I can't tell you how many Republican politicians and their mistresses have been caught and they're desperate for birth control. The irony is hilarious.
Isn't that true? Here it is right now. Progress Action Fund, Republicans in Your Bedroom. Watch this.
Oh, God. The condom broke.
Oh, I plan B in the bathroom.
Great. I'm gonna go get that now.
Sorry, you can't use that.
Who are you?
I'm your Republican congressman. Now that we're in charge, we ban Plan B.
No, you can't. You can't do this. I can't have a kid right now.
I won the last election, so it's my decision. Now let's get back in there so we can give her the news, Daddy.
The one thing I love about that is it's because you forget about like the dude part of it, right? It's like, it's like, no, it's not just girls, guys.
They spent all this time punishing girls and women, not realizing like, our sons are affected too.
That's exactly right.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Hey, I'm an old man and I don't want any more kids.
Yeah.
So it appeals to everybody.
For sure. So I have to ask you, what is coming out next? I'm sure you're not going to tell us exactly, but do you have some new stuff coming out?
Absolutely. Well, I'm based here in California, and we have Prop 50 coming up. Texas is gerrymandered their state heavily. It's unprecedented. You can't do it mid-decade, but Donald Trump told them to do it, and they're bowing down to daddy. So as such, California needs to combat that and negate it. So we have an ad starring your Republican congressman where he's going to be encouraging people to vote against Prop 50 because he's going to be,
Nice. Right.
So there's a bunch of reasons why he'll be saying that, and we'll be releasing that ad here shortly. Interestingly enough, he's also going to do it in Spanish as well.
Right.
We'll have an English version, but because there's a bunch of Latino voters we're trying to earn the support of, we're going to have him do a Spanish language version of the ad, which is going to be perfect because the last thing you want to vote for is some a-hole gringo butchering your language. We think not only is what he's saying on screen going to be despicable, but his Spanish is not going to be very good, to say the least.
I was gonna ask, does Steve speak Spanish? But he doesn't need to for this one.
I hope he does horribly.
Just get him holding up like "I love taco bowls" or something.
Right.
It's unbelievable that this is where it's come to. But I think it's a South Park sketch, and basically we're creating a South Park sketch except with actual real life people, and it's really fun.
I love that. I'm curious, Joe, what is the reaction you've gotten from the Democratic Party? People on the inside. What feedback have you gotten? Are they like, listen, man, this is a little too dark? Because I'm a big
talk
fan.
like that here.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of kicking the fucking door in. I mean, nice guy gloves are off.
Well, there's a lot of noise out there, and these ads are rising above that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm curious, what feedback have you gotten?
Yeah, we've got people, whether it's publicly or behind closed doors, typically say great things like y'all do. I mean, I guess I'm being my own sycophant over here. So the one thing I would say is like the biggest critique we get from more mainstream folks is that we love this, we just can't get approval to help you out with it.
Right.
I think that's the biggest problem because everybody loves that we do it, but if you have to get Chuck Schumer's sign off to do something like this, then hold on, let me get my how low should my glasses?
Yeah.
That is too much for us. It's too much.
Yeah.
So, like maybe that was too of a Bernie impression, but
It was a little Bernie. Yeah.
If you need to get sign off from people who think we're living in the Tip O'Neill era of can't we all just get along, then you're not going to get sign off for it.
Right.
And I totally understand the constraints that a lot of people are dealing with. I have empathy for that, but I think we need to have a call to Jesus moment.
Yeah.
And, because we haven't had that. Like just the ads I'm seeing everybody put out is typically boring 30-second stock footage ads.
Yeah.
Might test well. I have don't get me started, but like David Shore and the whole Democratic testing apparatus, it serves a lot of purposes. But if you're forcing somebody to watch an ad for 30 seconds, you probably will get a good result at the end of the day, one way or another. But when you're competing in the real world with basketball, Kardashians, real lives of Mormon wives, of course you're not going to remember it. So the way we come up with our content is not only does it test well, but it's also shocking and memorable. Like when Trump said, they're eating the pets, he didn't test that beforehand, but it got everybody's attention.
That's right.
Yeah.
Walk that fine line of testing well, which our ads do, and getting your attention. Because if we're winning the argument on this podcast, that's great. But we also need to win the argument among, my volleyball friends who don't give two shits about what's going on.
Right.
Well, who doesn't need approval to help you out, and that is our audience. So I'm curious, if our audience wanted to help you out and really support ads that move the needle, how could they do that?
Well, thank you for that. And also shout out to you and 11 Films. I mean, the Republicans killing your wife ad, like when y'all posted that, it got 45 million views. So, that was big. So, team effort 100%. I'm very thankful. Let's just get the fucking word out.
That's right. That's right.
Very thankful. You can go to progressactionfund.com to contribute. That's the best way. It costs money to produce these ads. It costs money to get Steve to learn Spanish. So
I can't wait for that.
Contribute a few pesos, a few dollars if you can. And that's really how we can make these ads. So bless you all. We appreciate it.
So we'll put that link in the description. We'll also put it on the screen right now. If you want to help out with ads that actually move the needle, they cause a reaction, help out with a few dollars if you can. And Joe, when you come out with a new ad, we're going to show it on here. We want to be a friend of these ads because, first of all, we're filmmakers as well, and we just enjoy
thank you
the
for
camaraderie.
making good shit that stirs people up out there, because a lot of people make ads because they're talking to consultants.
Yeah.
And they're not making them for the American people. And you guys are really good at that. So I really appreciate you.
That's exactly right. So please come back anytime and let us know when you're going to launch a new ad.
Yes, sir. Let's make ads great again.
That's right. I love it. Let us know what you think in the comments. Also, let us know what you think at shout@thedangerousones.com or give us a call at 503-212-4600. Remember, our comment question of the day is, what subjects would you like Progress Action Fund to cover? 503-212-4600. You can leave up to a 5-minute message, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and you can remain anonymous. Wow, man.
Yeah.
But he's fantastic.
Yeah.
He's great.
Yeah, he knows what he's doing. And he's from the Target demo.
Yeah.
So I love what he and Kyle are putting together, and they're super creative. And when he talked about like flow and the Geico Gecko and stuff like that, like the idea of this recurring character, it's so smart. And I don't know why more people on the left aren't like picking up on that. But
I don't think they're applying advertising to politics.
Right.
And like, It's 2025, everybody.
Yeah.
We got a game show host as a president. Like, can we get our branding great?
Yeah.
Okay.
I should have thought about that with 11 films. I should have just put Tiffany in everything. You know what I mean? God, Lord.
100%.
Why?
Next time, damn it. Hey, guys, thank you so much for watching. Be safe out there. Get into good trouble. And remember, we are all the dangerous ones.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.